So I heard you say recently, Keith, that you guys are monogamous plus. Walk me through what you mean by that. And these are things that I think are super relevant culturally, because to your point, marriage is one of those things that needs a shakeup. It needs a, like what I was talking to Garrett about being a man. Like marriage is the same way. It's being attacked from all angles and romanticized from all angles. And I don't think many people are getting it right. The divorce rate's 60% in the country. And of the 40% that stick together, probably half of them should be divorced, or at least getting a divorce, because they sleep in different freaking bedrooms and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Walking Dead.
Yeah. Or, they stick together because they think that's the right thing to do, or they're too scared to leave, not because they actually love each other and want to be together. Exactly. So like, it's definitely one of those things that I look at. I'm like, as an institution, it's broken and needs a facelift. It needs to be brought into modern era. So I'm curious to hear, what your guys' perspective is on that.
Yeah, you want me to take it? I said something when I went over and taught Garrett's 100K group yesterday, and I said, I believe every great marriage is on the doorstep of divorce. Every great, ours included. And what I mean by that is if you got in an accident and so it's 60% nationwide, it's 80% here in Orange County. The divorce rate is 80% here in Orange County. So I was like, if you got in a car wreck and the doctor said, hey, he's got 80% chance he's not going to make it, that dude's on the doorstep of death. And I also am human enough to know that I could become one of those statistics, and I was in the past. So the reason why we live the way we live and breathe the way we breathe and do what we do is I wanted to get honest with the facts. The facts are we are a primal creature living in a modern world. And everybody wants to deny the facts. I'm a dude. Literally, if you're a hot chick, I want to stick my penis in you. I'm wired to want that. She's a woman. If she sees a strong male that's providing and awesome and whatever, she's like, I want to have that guy's babies. Like, it's literally our wiring. So when you talk about the institution being broken, we live in a very interesting culture where nobody deals with real facts. Like, everybody's plastic, they're fake, they can't be honest with each other. So when we went through what we went through, and this is why I believe a lot of couples that go through the hardest things actually become the best couples, because now everything's on the table. All right, no more bullshit. We can't lie about anything. Everything's out. Now what do we want to do? So we came to this about 4 years ago. We had a conversations like, if given the opportunity, would you like a hall pass? And we both kind of looked at, we didn't use these exact words. We're more articulate now because we've had these conversations. But I'm boiling it down so that it's simple, not all the googly garp we may have worked through. So it's, if given the opportunity, would you want a hall pass? Would that be fun for you? And the answer is like, well, yeah, that'd be fun for me. Would it be fun for you? Yeah, it'd be fun for me. All right, cool.
And is this so strong and amazing? Like, that is just like whatever. It's nothing.
Yeah. So
this was
when we came up with Monogamy Plus, it wasn't because we weren't having sex with each other and we're like, well, we want to be together because we have a daughter that wants us together, but we don't really like having sex with each other. Why don't we just go have sex with other people? Because that's a lot of context people place that in. No. We are on fire. We were having and still are having amazing sex. But it's like, it'd kind of be fun to have fuck somebody every once in a while, wouldn't it be? Yeah, okay, awesome. That's the basis of it. Like, that is literally it. And so we've lived this way for 4 years. I didn't want to come out and tell anybody we live this way because I don't want to answer to people's stupidity
or their insecurities.
I just
that they project on us.
Yeah, we're not insecure about it. We like it. We think it's cool. The biggest analogy, and everybody watching this is going to disagree with this, and we don't argue with them. We don't care. Wherever this is going to go, it's going to get a lot of negative comments, but you'll see my comment every single time is, good luck to you. We're rooting for you. Yeah. God bless you. I like to say that God bless you because it really fires them up. What's that?
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. Hey,
all different.
Hey, guess what? Get a better marriage than us, and then we'll come to your boot camp.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And we've had that because our fruit of this relationship is so wonderful. Like you just can't deny it. We like to just let's try some stuff. Let's figure stuff. I don't know. you're my best friend. I'm your best friend. We are like, we're in this till death. Like, but not really. We're in this, like, if she gains 400 pounds or I gain 400 pounds, you just killed the marriage. That's the death of marriage.
If either one of us breaches the agreements. Yeah, right.
Yeah. And so we just came up with what those were for us, and we've abided by those for 4 years, and we love our marriage. We like literally love it. So that's where it kind of all came to. That's kind of where it went. Happy to answer more questions. I don't know if I answered your exact question, but that's how it came about, and that's why we live it.
It's helpful, man, because we don't have to get into any specifics. I think that the conversation should be more normalized because it is looked at as such like a,
I know.
I can't believe, you know what I mean? It's like, but dude, I don't know how many people that I've asked that question to when we're not recording that do something very, very similar to that.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And the majority of them tend to be high performance type people, high performing couples where both of them are doing big things, or maybe more in that provocateur, category of identity. And I find that I've been finding that more and more and more people are exploring those types of options. Yeah. Which is why I wanted to ask about it, because like I said, I think the conversation should be more normalized and at least looked at as something that's like, oh, cool. Not as like a, we'll never be friends with them. You know what I mean?
Like for me, I love the fact that I am not put in a box from society telling me what to do. I think freely for myself and what works for us, whatever that may be. So I just love being my own free thinker.
Yeah. And the other thing is like, I had to ask myself, well, where did I get the idea of marriage?
Exactly.
Government to charge fees and to control people, and religion, which I don't agree with. So I'm like, wait, these are two, like, those are two institutions. If you're just, let's call them institutions, government and the church. Those might be the two institutions I despise more than any institution. Yeah, I trust them the least, and I could care less about what they teach. So I'm like,
we literally never put Jovi in public schooling.
We would never put her in public schooling. We would so I'm like, why would we live a life like that? Yeah. Oh, and by the way, most marriages aren't very happy.
Exactly. That's the big thing for me, man. Yeah. It's like, if it was like, 90% success rate, it's like, you guys have something there. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like, I mean, if there's room for innovation, there's room for innovation, So
it just, the fact that people get upset about it, it's like, you probably have bigger things to worry about. Hey, buddy, you're not even getting laid, and you're worried about me, the fact that I can have a hall pass? Okay.
Yeah, a lot of it stems, I think, from insecurity and jealousy.
100%.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we're really cheeky about it because we you know how people say they don't give a fuck about anything? We really don't. And so actually, I think that's why I'm so gracious with a lot of my comments, because I'm like, oh, this poor person's stuck in some little matrix loop, and that's cool. But like, people are like, I just got a text. The DMs are pretty interesting. They're almost always from guys. I only get the naked ones from ladies. And no, I'm just kidding. But the guys are like, hey, I was talking to a client and they said that they would cringe if they were to ever do that. How do you get people to believe this? And I said, I don't. I don't care if you believe it. Like, I'm not a missionary for this cause.
Right, that's what I mean. It's different strokes, different folks. It's just like, well, like, you don't have to also do it. Yeah. It's like when people say whatever about homosexuals. It's like, you don't have to be gay.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay for you.
We're not trying to proselytize you.
Right. Yeah. Like, it's going to be all right. Like, you do your thing, whatever works for the two of you. Yeah. And then within the context of our relationship, we'll do what works for us. I don't understand why it's such a, you're looked at as a pariah if you are willing to try something else out or go a path that's not as traditional, when, like we said, the traditional path isn't even something that's working.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but it comes down to the core belief of results speak louder than anything. And so when you look at most relationships, their results aren't anything that I would want. And if you look at our society in whole, we are not held to a results-based standard. But to quote the good Lord, he said, you'll know a tree by their fruit. Cool, come inspect our fruit. Do you want this fruit? You might want to listen to us. You like your fruit? Oh, cool. We don't want your fruit. And so it really, like, our society is not results-based. None of our government leaders are based on results. They are voted or somehow fake voted into power. I've never looked at a government official and go, dude, I can't wait to be that guy. Yeah. I look at him and go, oh, dude, I would never want you on my team. So this is, I'm glad that you said you think it should be talked about more. I think so too. Even though it's just like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.